can see it better.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
There we go.
All right. So wait, we're looking for the EPS and we're looking for the operating margin.
Yeah. So EPS, let me see.
Oh,
GAAP margins, gross margin 18.2%, operating margins of 9.6%.
Oh my God.
So that's way lower. So that, and I was you guys gave me crap for 10.6% or 10.9%.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I'm gonna scream down here. Actually, is EPS up top? I can't remember if they had. They
EPS
changed it last time, so I'm not sure.
Above, one more. There it is. Yeah. EPS non-GAAP 91. Yo, they beat
All right. Way to go, Hedgie.
Woo! Let's flipping go. They beat it. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Let me see.
Sheesh. Sorry, I just had to do that. That was.
I'm just curious as to what the actually, you know what? I can't do multiples on here. I'm going to try and see what the stock is doing based upon this information.
Okay.
I just can't bring it up on the screen, but I can at least see it and keep you guys posted. Or if you guys want to share, that's cool too. It's down under. It's at 289 now. It's dipping further. So I wonder if the operating margins are causing pain. All right.
Operating margin is surprisingly bad. I mean, 9.6.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go from the start.
First thing. Operating margin 9.6%. GAAP operating income $2.4 billion. $2.7 billion of GAAP net income. $3.1 billion
net
of
income.
Net,
so hold on, they beat. Yeah, they beat
so
that.
They beat
good,
that.
Good. They beat that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Operating cash flow of $3.1 billion. Free cash flow of $1 billion.
Nice. That's very good.
That was your concern there.
Yep. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. That means they added $1 billion more on top of the cash.
$0.7 billion increase to cash and investments. So I have $23.1 billion in cash. Cybertruck factory tooling on track. Production RC4 builds. RC builds. 4 is RC builds. Release candidate builds. Okay. So the first one came off the production line. These are just their release candidate builds that are coming out right now.
Oh, okay. Release
and Model Y became the best-selling vehicle globally in Q1. Yeah.
Yeah, we know that. Let's do it.
All right. Summary: Q2 2023 was a record quarter with many levels. Best ever production, deliveries, and revenue approaching $25 billion in a single quarter. Yes. Excited that we were able to reach it. See, these are the things here. So revenue reaching 25 billion, approaching 25 billion single quarter. Those are the fundamental things. Is this still climbing? That's what you want to see.
Yes.
Excited we were able to achieve such results given the macro environment exactly that we are currently in. So they did this despite all of the headwinds. Operating margin remained healthy at approximate 10%, even with price reductions in Q1 and Q2 and early Q2. Reflects ongoing cost reduction efforts. So I have no doubt the sell-off that we're seeing is because of the operating margins.
Yeah, but I mean, everything. I don't know. That's. I mean, I would not financial advice, but I'm definitely gonna buy that dip. That depends how low it goes.
Oh, I know.
All right.
Let's see what else. What's for the guy here? Commitment to AI forefront development entered a new chapter with production of Dojo training computers. That's going to be a major piece going forward. I mean, thinking about putting the vehicles on the road and FSD, that's it right there.
Yep.
In conclusion, we are focusing on cost reduction, new product development that will enable future growth, investments in R&D, better vehicle financing options, continuous product improvement, generation of free cash flow challenges, uncertain at these times, but not over. We believe we are in the right ingredients for the long-term success of the business through a variety of high potential projects. Awesome.
Yeah.
So looking at total automotive revenues, 21.2 billion.
Amazing.
Energy, 1.5 billion. Okay, so that was lower. I was expecting 2. We came in actually lower than Q1. So, so that to me tells me that they are literally at production cap and they're selling everything they can, and they just can't produce anymore, which is why they have the new facilities that are getting built. So, I don't know if that's going to change much, but that seems like that's kind of where they're stuck. Services and other went up, so that's good.
Yeah, that of course. Yeah.
Operating expenses, 9.6.
I was so close with my total gross margin, 18.2%.
Yeah.
I was thinking 18.3. I was like, darn.
Oh, I know. So, I mean, I had 17.5. I was low, but I mean, my operating margin was 10.9 and I was still high.
10.9. Yeah. I was saying 11.9%. So,
yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So here it is, the 91-cent EPS.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's a beat. That is a big beat. That's 10 cents beat. That's amazing.
All right. So revenue.
So let's see. Yeah.
Growth in vehicle deliveries, growth in other parts of the business, reduced average selling price year over year, which, and don't forget, this is what Tesla wants to do. Tesla wants to bring down the prices. So it's not like pricing coming down is a bad thing. They want to do this. This makes them more competitive when it comes to ICE vehicles. So
that's true.
Operating income decreased slightly year over year to 2.4 billion Q2, resulting in the 9.6 operating margin.
Oh, wait. I think you missed one.
What's
negative that? FX impact.
Oh, yes, the negative FX impact. Yeah.
600 billion. Yeah, that one is significant.
600 let's see.
Million. Okay. All right, let's move on.
Oh, here we go. So the profitability, cost of production ramp of 4680s and other related charges. So that's good. So hopefully you get more information about the 4680s.
Okay.
Increase of operating expenses driven by the Cybertruck, which obviously that was one of the reasons why I kept operating margins low, is because the Cybertruck.
Smart.
Money going into that. And then AI, I didn't even think about the AI and other large projects. I'm actually curious as to what the other large projects are. Negative FX impact, growth in vehicle deliveries, lower cost per vehicle is a big one, which includes lower raw material costs and IRA credit. And then gross profit in energy business as well as other services. Actually, I wonder, did we see the expenses up here for? We'll check it down here. I want to see the expenses for solar, and then I know Karav wanted to see the solar deployed. So that solar deployed, the megawatt hours came down to 66, or 3.633653. So it's up year over year by 222%, but down from last quarter.
Yeah.
Now, let me see. Mobile service fleet. Supercharger stations way up. And this I know is a concern of a lot of people.
Nice.
Is, with all the congestion on more vehicles out there, they don't want to have to get congestion. All right. And that's just deliveries, basically the same. Total deliveries 466, 140. All right. So Cybertruck is still in tooling. Tesla Semi is in pilot production. Next gen platform in development.
Nice.
And in development. And region various. Here you go.
Yeah, various. There we go. Yeah, I saw platform. That. That's nice.
Yes. So again, pretty sure it's obviously going to be Mexico and India. Who knows where else?
Yeah.
Q2 produced record number of vehicles thanks to ongoing ramps, new factories, strong performance in Shanghai and Fremont. Remain committed to smoothing deliveries throughout the quarter by reducing percentage of vehicles delivered in the third month. Vehicles in transit, test drive, and display vehicles account for a substantive our total days of supply. Gigafactory Texas, in addition to continuing success of Model Y ramp, also working on equipment installation for Cybertruck production, which remains on track for initial deliveries this year. Okay.
Nice. But they're not saying this quarter. They're not saying this quarter. They're just saying this year. Okay, that's interesting.
Yes. We have made notable progress on yield improvement for our 4680 cell production lines. That's good. So hopefully we can hear more about that. Continue to build capacity for cathode production and lithium refining. Shanghai is successfully running near full capacity for several months. We do not expect a meaningful increase in weekly production run rate. That's what they said in the first quarter as well. Shanghai remains our main export hub, and I have no doubt Mexico will become the one for the next gen platform.
Yep.
Berlin, our factory in Berlin has produced standard range Model Y vehicles in Q2 for the first time. Building off momentum from a success Q1, Model Y was best-selling vehicle of any kind in Europe year to date, based on the latest available data as of May. Awesome.
Nice.
Market share of Tesla vehicles by region just keeps going up.
Yep. Look at Europe. Look at the uptick on Europe.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Europe climbing nicely.
Look at that.
Cumulative miles driven with FSD beta. Again, that's what we're looking at.
That doubled.
Yes.
That doubled in a span of 2-3 months. That is insane.
Yes.
It took them 3 years, 2 to 3 years to go from 0 to almost 150 million. It took them 2 months or 3 months to go from 150 to over 3. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is insane.
And this is exactly why they just want to get as many vehicles on the road as possible.
I mean, at this rate, we can probably see it. We can probably see FSD being solved. I mean, maybe by mid next year or even earlier. If this is how much data they continue to collect, that's just insane.
And then here you go here, knowing that Dojo is going to play a main role in this. Start of Dojo production is July of 2023, projected to be top 5 in the entire world by January of 2024. So 6 months. And 100 exaflops by October of next year.
Jesus. Woo.
Man. So AI, software, and hardware, 4 main technology pillars are needed to survive vehicle autonomy at scale. Extremely large real-world data set. Boom, from this graph here. Neural net training, vehicle hardware, and vehicle software. So the neural net training is going to be the Dojo. We've got the vehicle hardware, which hardware 4 is already coming out. And they've already been talking about hardware 5, which is just nuts. And then the vehicle software, obviously, they're working on that to go into all of it as well. Developing each of these pillars in-house, no outsourcing, all done right there at Tesla.
That's vertically integrated, man. That's
and we've now gone green. We've gone green in the stock again, back up to 292. This month,
damn it! Go down, man.
Well, no, it's ticking down again. Hold on. This month, we are taking a step towards faster, cheaper neural net training with the start production of Dojo training computer. Vehicle software for our customers getting Model 3 or Model Y for the first time. We will launch the Get to Know Your Tesla experience, where users can adjust their seats, mirrors, steering wheels, set up the phone key, learn about topics such as regenerative braking. That's pretty cool. To help customers discover ongoing improvements in software updates, we now highlight new features directed in the UI, encourage users to try new features they may have missed. Battery, powertrain, and manufacturing. We are now testing Cybertruck vehicles around the world for final certification, which we knew that, and validation. This might be the most unique vehicle product in decades. With that comes training and testing new technologies. As far as we know, Cybertruck will be the first sub 19-foot truck fitting into a garage that has both 4 doors and a 6+ foot bed. Both technologically and architecturally, this vehicle will break a lot of boundaries, very much in line with how we think about vehicle engineering and manufacturing. Cannot wait. All right, energy storage. And again, this is big, but seeing the downtick is not my favorite. Energy storage deployments increased 222% year over year, 3.7 gigawatt hours in Q2. Strong quarter due to the ongoing ramp of the first dedicated Megapack factory in Lathrop. That's huge. And again, when that comes online, it's going to be massive. The ramp of this 40 gigawatt hour mega factory, the first of many, has been many. So again, we're going to see this on in a lot of different countries. We'll see them. Has been successful with still more room to reach full capacity, while energy storage deployment rate can be volatile due to project timing. That's right. So for you guys who don't know, in order for them to have it noted as being deployed, not only does it have to be installed, it has to be plugged in. So just because they install it doesn't mean they can count it as deployment. Somebody can do, a 40 megapack option on order, have them all installed, but wait 2 months to actually turn them on. They have to wait till they're turned on to say that they're deployed.
Yep.
So production rate improved further sequentially in Q2. Okay, so production rate's good. So the production rate is going up. And we know that they're sold out of the mega packs through 2025 or into 2025. Solar deployments remain roughly flat sequentially, 66 megawatt hours, declining year over year, predominantly due to a high interest rate environment. Yeah, that's another. And again, this is not one of their strongest areas, so I'm not horribly concerned. Energy storage to me is more important than solar at the moment. Solar will come along down the road, but right now it's nothing. Second quarter, here we go. Second quarter of 2023 has been the best quarter of supercharging. Significant number of companies, including Ford, GM, Mercedes, Nissan, Polestar, Rivian, Volvo, and Electrify America, have announced adoption of NACS. And Hyundai has the intent of doing it as well. So they're coming over. Charging standard developed by Tesla over a decade ago for their North American products. Further opening the charging network in 2024 will enable both faster market conversion from the combustion vehicles to EVs, as well as growth of our charging network throughout a larger addressable fleet. Awesome. All right, so outlook, volume. Here's their prediction. So we're planning to grow production as quickly as possible in alignment with the 50% CAGR. See, Peggy, this is it. You lose your mind. We're looking to grow it. We're up to 295 now. We're still pushing up with the stock. Began guiding in early 2021. And don't forget, it doesn't have to be 50% every year. This is the average growth over time. Some years we may grow faster and some we may grow slower. So obviously this is probably a slower type year. Depending on a number of factors, for 2023, we were expecting to mean ahead of the long-term 50% growth with around 1.8 million vehicles. So still at 1.8 million, holding steady to that number. Cash, we have ample liquidity to fund our product roadmap, long-term capacity expansion plans, and other expenses. Awesome. Furthermore, we will manage the business such that we maintain a strong balance sheet during this uncertain period. Profit, while we continue to execute on innovations to reduce the cost of manufacturing operations, over time we expect our hardware-related products to be accompanied by an acceleration of AI, software, and fleet-based profits. That's the big piece. All of those other things coming in are what is going to turn Tesla into a software-based company and have profit margins significantly higher than 30%.
Oh, yeah.
Product Cybertruck remains on track to begin initial production later this year at Gigafactory, Texas. In addition, we continue to make progress on our next generation platform. Cool. So that first production vehicle coming off for the Cybertruck is awesome. But again, that was just a not an actual one, sort of like the semis.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, there's that picture.
There it is. And again, these here, I don't know what these are. What are this? Maybe that's the windshield wiper team, and that's their hand that's their gang sign for the windshield wiper team. Yep, vehicle and again, so James Stevenson has awesome graphs when you show things like this, like vehicle deliveries. This is up to the right. That's what you want to see, up to the right. Operating cash flow and free cash flow. Again, as Peggy's concerned, free cash flow coming up. That's nice. Operating cash flow going up. That's nice. So last quarter was questionable. Now going up.
Yeah, because it's choppy because they're ramping up. They're doing capex, is doing all that kind of stuff, reinvesting. So that's gonna be choppy for some time.
Oh yeah, it was just like when Berlin and Austin. We saw it with Shanghai, and then as soon as Shanghai hit ramp, they were good to go. We went to over 30% margins. Then we had Berlin and Austin coming online. We took that hit again. Once they get back up to ramp, that'll be fine.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, vehicle deliveries up to the right. The cash flow, and again, it's because of the macro environment caused it, but they were up to the right, and it's just going to, from here, I think we're going to continue to go up to the right again.
Yep.
And then EBITDA and everything still going up. Again, during very hard rising interest rate environment, still going up. Year-over-year revenue growth. Now coming down just because the price is coming down, but now ticking back up again. Operating margins coming down. The entire auto industry is basically flat, and the S&P is here. But Tesla, look at where Tesla is compared to the rest of the auto industry.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's hilarious. All right. So, okay, automotive sales.
So energy storage. So it was 1.5 billion, and then expenses were 1.2 billion.
That's nice.
So what's the margin on that then? So we're looking at
let's see.
300 divided by. Is that 20? Was I right at 25% margins? No. Did I do that right?
Let me go ahead and. So that's 278 divided by 1.8. That's 18.4%.
I mean, last quarter was 11%. So
yeah. So that is crazy good. Hold on a minute. 2.7. What did I say?
No, 278 divided by what is it?
No, I was way lower. I was saying 216 as their profits, but
yeah, no, 278 was the profit.
Yeah, 278. Yeah. Okay, no, that's. I mean, even though sales were less, profits, we can see the margins going in, which to your point earlier, it could be because they're hitting capacity and the economy of scale is helping them out. So that could be that.
Yeah. So, I mean, while the storage numbers are down from last quarter, the margins are way up. I mean, look at this. The expenses last quarter were, $100 million more, $130 million more. So cool. I mean, I'm good with margins going up on energy. Sure.
Yeah. So you were right on with vehicle gross profits of 17.5%. That's exactly what the number I got when I subtract the auto sales to the automotive cost of revenues. 17.5%.
Look at that. I got one right.
There we go. That's literally, that's right on point. That's a sheesh moment right there.
Yes.
Sheesh.
I'll take margin numbers at 17.5%. Heck yeah. And the regulatory credits, we knew were going to come down because other people are producing EVs. That's 282. So that number might continue to shrink with more and more automotive makers coming out with EVs. So this whole regulatory credit number may go away soon.
Yeah. And the average selling price is down from 44. So last quarter was 44,600. This quarter is 43,800.
Okay.
So
and I
it's
had
down
44,000,
about,
so pretty close.
Pretty close indeed. Wow.
All right. I'm going to actually have to take this and measure it with my whole entire spreadsheet, see how close I was. But
yeah.
We'll do that. I'll do that later. Let's see. Assets. What else is here that anything that we're curious about in here? I don't think there's anything major.
Gaurav is saying the cost. Gaurav is saying in the chat that I saw his message. He says,
and sorry, folks, I can't see the way this is going. I can't see the chat right now. So
I know it sucks. I go through that all the time when I do live. But he's saying COGS plummeted. How do you figure out COGS, cost of goods sold? Where do you go to see that?
Let's see.
Where would you go and find cost of goods sales? How would you figure that out?
Oh, this one I'll answer. Hey, Oracle, could you explain how the stock price goes down even though they beat the margin? I know it's not a binary, but just trying to get your opinion. It's because Elon tweeted about farting. I mean, it's so honestly, it's so random why it goes down. So there's different numbers that different people are looking at, and then you get the algorithms and the computers that are in there trading. So looking at operating margins being down to 9.6%, that could be a big factor for the sell down. But then, of course, going back green again, there's other things, like average selling price being down to 43,800, vehicle margins coming down. So just the fact that we're down in some areas quarter over quarter could be enough to have it come down. So even though we beat in some other areas, it may not be enough. And then you look at guidance, and their guidance wasn't super strong guidance. It was the same that they've been saying, but it's nothing great. Plus other things like the Cybertruck production came out, so some people were anticipating deliveries starting sooner than later, but now we may not see deliveries happen until Q4, so that could put a delay on things as well. There's a lot of different factors that go into their thinking.
Exactly.
And yeah, it's gonna be a roller coaster until we get to earnings, and then even after the call, it's gonna be a roller coaster. Let's see. Getting back to the numbers here. Getting to COGS, I do not know how to figure that out. Karab, if you can help us with that, that'd be phenomenal.
Yeah, that'd be helpful.
Just because going through so much in here, trying to do it all at once is not easy. Let me see. Cash flow and financing, purchases, expenses. So net income. Yep. Let me see. Stock-based compensation, I had at 420. It came in at 445. Yep. EPS 91, man. EPS 91.
That's amazing. I was at 94, so sheesh. Yep. I think, dude, literally in between us.
Yeah, I know. 88 and 94, like 3 away from both. Like we'd average our numbers and we were perfect.
Yeah, that's it. That's crazy.
Yep. Adjusted EBITDA margins of 18.7%. Anything else? They gave us most of the information up top. Yeah. All right. That's the majority of it. If there's anything else you guys have, I'll jump back over here. I'll leave this up on the screen, but I'll bring Peggy and I back up, and then we'll be able to go through it. We'll go through the chat now and take a look and see what you guys got.
And just posting it on my YouTube right now, saying that it was a flipping beat.
Oh yeah. What do we have here?
Very nice, very nice.
All right, so I'm going to go back through all your comments that you had. Anything I missed here? Wow, you guys are lighting it up. I love it.
Yeah,
are you not
crazy?
Entertained?
Come on, let's break that 200 mark, man. Come on, we're almost there.
Yes, let's do it. Let me